everybody. Know I'm hopping on early today. I'm at my son's watching the grandkids. And I don't know if y'all remember this, but we are going to add our little decoupage to it. Whoa. So, sorry if I'm going to miss a lot of you, but I needed to hop on while the getting was good, so to speak. So let me just share some of this out, and then we will do our little craft of putting the decoupage on here. Also, I did try a little bit of the salt dough recipe today. And let me show you, I got them drying in here because I didn't put them in the oven, they're air drying. But there's my donuts and a couple biscuits to start with. So we'll see how those turn out. Anyway, let's get on with this. I have my decoupage here. I'm not going to use it. Hi Lisa, jumping on early today. I'm at my son's house and I know half my head's cut off, but trying to get everything proportioned in here wasn't working very well. So I'm at my son's taking care of the kids. Hi, Shyla. Watching the kids before they come home. I think my daughter-in-law is going to be coming home in a little bit, but then I have to wait to get a ride home. So I figured I'd better go ahead and jump on now while the getting was good. So I did find this little lingerie piece to put on my lingerie washboard. So today I have no top of the head, y'all. And I'm doing things with what I have. Nothing like trying to do traveling crafts and not having everything with you, but you know, you pivot, you do what you gotta do. So I hope everybody's having a good one. It started raining over here. And I think we're supposed to be getting some more later. It sounded like, I remember as a kid, they used to always say when you'd hear the thunder rolling out there, they'd say, well, that's the angels up there playing bowling. I heard it earlier today. It was so bad and loud, I thought they must be really having a party. I'm good here. Thanks. So I'm hoping, I don't know if you got to see, I tried some of the salt dough. I didn't get to put it in the oven because I didn't want to take up all the time that it takes to do it here and then have to transport it. So right now it's just air drying. And I know it takes a lot longer to air dry. But I have a couple donuts and a couple little biscuits in there right now. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so this is the one. And I'm going to try, this is the rigid side. And I've never done it on rigid. But instead of doing it, because I could have did it this way and did reverse, but I don't think it's going to show up as well that way. Do y'all? I figured it'd look better doing it this way and then I could seal it. Don't you think so? That's what I'm thinking. I think it'll show up better this way than putting it on the flat side and through. Because I don't think you can barely, I think you can barely see it that way. Yeah, am I correct? Do it on the front instead of on the back. I mean, you can see it, but it leaves like wavy lines. So I'm thinking this would be the better bet. That's what I'm going to go with. Yes, that way. That's what I was thinking. So this is going to be a trick because I'm probably going to have to use my fingers for a lot of this because I'm limited with my supplies today. But that's okay because, like I said, pivot. Because I know I want to make sure that it's going to get all into these little ridges here. Oh, Kenny found some cool things, and I don't have them with me because I'm not at home. But y'all remind me on Monday, and I'll show you some of the things that he found that I can't wait. Can't wait, I can't wait. I think it's going to be fun to do a project. They're going to be fun to do a project with. Hi, Stephanie. Hopped on early today because I'm at the Grands. And I'm going to put this on, I think, wet. And hopefully this all goes correct. I normally don't do it wet. I like to do it where I dry it first and then put it on. But we'll see. I may have to put some more on the edges. Once I get this on there. So, I know you don't see part of my head, but I kept trying to move it, and if I move it any further, I'm off the table, and then you'll probably be, well, eye level and not seeing anything. So I figured since I was going to be here, I'd do something quick and sweet. So I'm adding this little decoupage piece that I created to our lingerie washboard. Now I am going to have to add some because I want to add some on the edges a little more. I like using the heat tool to make sure it gets on here, but since I don't have it, we're just going to use our brush. Thanks for tossing the snowballs, I appreciate it. And Facebook, if you hear anything in the background, it is a dishwasher that they have running. It is not music. They do own the rights to their dishwasher. Hi, Sparky. Welcome on in. Some of you may have seen the washboard earlier when I did the project, and I didn't have the decoupage piece. Hi, Gail. So we're adding the decoupage piece to it today. And I did try, for those that are just hopping on, making up some salt dough, but as I was saying, thank you for throwing the snowballs. I didn't put it in the oven to dry. I know they're saying that you put it in for like 250 and then you rotate it and let it until it gets really kind of dry. And if there's any like bubbles that pop in it, you can take like a toothpick and pop it. But I didn't want to tie up their oven, so I have a few drying in a box right now, some donuts and a couple biscuits. So we'll see. And I did take a little bit of the grunge to put on the top of it so you had that like cinnamon smell. And then once they do totally dry out, I'm going to decorate them and see how that goes. Okay, so this is definitely on there, but I want to seal it. So I think I'm going to try to lightly, instead of doing the spray sealer, lightly take some Mod Podge over here and seal it in. Thanks, Lisa. So has anybody else been getting storms? We just had one go through here, and like I was telling everybody when they first got on, when I was a kid, they used to say when you heard the thunder that it was the angels up there bowling. They were really bowling here a little bit ago. It was really loud. Now I'm just kind of tapping this lightly on here and spreading it because I don't want to get it too wet. Hey, Cindy, how are you? So we're just finishing my lingerie board today. Thanks for tossing the snowman. Did you see I tried some salt dough and I didn't put it in the oven or anything because I didn't want to tie their oven up because I'm at my grandkids watching them. But I'm letting it air dry, so I have a couple donuts and a couple biscuits drying out. If you didn't, I'll show you as soon as I get this done and then dry it. Oops, don't want that there. Anybody doing anything fun this weekend? Oh, we did not find any jugs yet, Cindy, but still looking for it. Ken did find a couple of nice, I'm just going to give it away, kind of like vintage kitchen tools, so I'm excited about that. One storm went through getting it. Sounds like us. So just for those that didn't see, don't know how they're going to totally turn out because right now they're air drying. A couple donuts in there and a couple biscuits. The rain is coming. Yeah, same here. We have more coming. I hope they turn out because I really want to try some more of the fake bakes like that. Haven't tried the foam one yet. No storms here. Well, enjoy the beautiful day. I like it when it's beautiful days out. Not that we don't need some of the rain, but I think we've all had quite a bit of rain. Dog show, Truman says about the ring and try rally, girl won't down. Uh-oh. Well, good luck at the dog show. We have a rally show Rally and Obedience coming up next weekend that Ken's the trial secretary for, and I'll be doing the food. And then I think it's a week, maybe 2 weeks after that, we'll be in Wilmington, Ohio, because there's the Rottweiler specially, and he's chairing, he's the trial secretary for the Rotties, and we'll be doing scent work. Trialing, he'll be taking out, he took in all the, what that means is he takes in all the entries, and then he inputs all the scores and all that day of, and I'll be helping him, so we'll be doing that one weekend coming up here soon. You're going to Lake Tobias. I saw that in a safari adventure. That sounds like fun. Hey Tina, thanks for sprinkling. Lake Tobias sounds familiar, but here's this part, and it is sealed on here now, and I thought that was kind of cool and appropriate to be on this little washboard. I have a couple other washboards, but this one specifically said lingerie. Woohoo! So we have that. I got a nice string there. But I love these washboards. If I had a room for all kinds of vintage stuff that I could just put in there, I would do it because I love it. So just a little quick pop on. Here is some, actually I have a couple more items here. I have a couple donuts and a couple biscuits. I have a jar of grunge that I made, like the way I have them in a box. And then I have a couple bundt cakes here and a loaf of bread. So we'll see how those all work out. I'm kind of excited about it, but kind of like, okay, we'll see. I'm surprised Jordan's being quiet. Thanks, Lisa. So this is the quick little project I did not want to not be on, and I know next week I'll be over here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so I'm going to try to plan some not super long projects, but some projects that I can come on and still see you all on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week. You may not always see the top of my head, but, you know, do you need to? Just, you know, it's there. So that I can still see you on Monday and Tuesday. In the meantime, y'all have a wonderful rest of the Friday and an awesome weekend. Now, I was just checking to see if I missed anything, and I don't think I did. But I hope y'all have a great weekend, a blessed weekend, and as always, I love coming on and talking to y'all. Thanks, Tina. I thought that was kind of appropriate. I love making some of my own up on one of those AI apps. I think James told us about it, and I don't remember the name of it right offhand, but I go in there. But you really have to be really particular sometimes in how you word it to get certain things the way you want to come out so you can print them off. I could be headless as long as your craft is visible. Well, that's what I'm saying. And I know some people, you just see the craft. And that's okay. I like to see people's faces and the craft, because for me, I feel like I'm relating more to the person. Anyway, I don't know if I missed anybody on here. Oh, I did miss somebody. Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for hopping on. We're getting off, unfortunately, because I did a real simple quick one. This was already done once before I did all this. And then I just added this, and I was showing some of the salt dough that I tried, but is letting it air dry so I don't tie up my son's oven. And I have a couple other pieces over there. And he was just trying to call, so sorry about that. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I will catch you all Monday. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Have a good one. Bye.